made a couple changes, minor changes to the Izzet Belcher deck, but I'm gonna try running it like this. So I actually swapped out. So the bounce spell that was in here in our toolbox, we have a 3 card, now 4 card toolbox that we can fetch up with gambles. So the bounce spell I was using was Cyclonic Rift. And that's because at 7 mana, we could bounce everything the opponent controls to hand, which ideally the idea was to this was to deal with Karn, because Karn is one of the few things that we really don't like to see with this deck. It's very we don't have very good answers to it. Um, so I think may have found a better solution. Um, so I took this out and I took out 1 Strike It Rich. So now we have 1 Skirk Prospector, 3 Strike It Rich, 4 Reckless Barbarians instead of 1 and 4. And I've added in 1 Filter Out and 1 Brotherhood's Ends. So I think what the problem with Karn and using Cyclonic Rift to fight it is that Karn, usually the pattern that ends up happening is they play Karn and they minus it and they get Pithing Needle and they name Charbelcher. And then it's like you have to overload the Cyclonic Rift to be able to go off, which means you have to have 7 mana. So that was really difficult to deal with. So I've added this filter out card. I'm going to try it a bit, which returns all non-creature, non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Um, oh shit! You know what? That would return Belcher too, though, huh? And any treasures we've got. Maybe not. Maybe we can't run this. It doesn't actually do what we need it to do. I need something that can get rid of Karn and the Pithing Needle at the same time. Hmm. Okay. So this is not as good of an idea as I initially thought, now that I'm talking about it. Because the idea is that you would have a Belcher down, but you can't use it because of Karn and Pithing Needle, and then you bounce that stuff, and you're able to play it. But this kind of would bounce our Belcher as well, which is not ideal. So, um, let me do some searches online. Best way to deal with Karn Pithing. Mm, so, damn. Damn. Okay, so, let's see. You can't trigger Ugin's Binding. This is like almost. filter out that it doesn't actually work. Hmm. I mean, adding the Brotherhood's End might be good just because you could wipe the artifacts off the board. We don't really have many non-token permanents. We also want it to be instant speed. How to deal with Karn. Tidebender's kind of interesting. Uses all abilities. So that could neutralize the Karn. But then you still have to deal with the fucking pithing needle. It might be the case that like we just can't deal with that. Creatures only. Prismari Command is kind of interesting. You could hit Karn for 2, which the problem is that doesn't kill it unless they've used it twice. But you could hit it for 2 and destroy the Pithing Needle at the same time. It's also not completely useless outside of that. So, like, if we don't have a Karn, we could still. We could still use it to draw 2 and create a treasure token. It's like a maybe. Brotherhood's End is good in here. I think having one copy that will let us hit the small artifacts, the lockdown artifacts, and things like that if we have to with Gamble. I wish it was like a pick two, because if we could do 3 damage to each creature and Planeswalker and destroy all artifacts, it would be perfect. But it doesn't do that. So that's not quite good enough. Uh, I was also thinking about some other sources of mana. Best answer for Karn's pithing needle is it Belcher? No, that ain't it. Maybe just Brotherhood's End will be enough, because Brotherhood's End could kill the Karn, or it could kill. The only problem is it's a sorcery, but we do have ley lines. And I was so sure that I had the answer with that one card until I realized that it would also bounce my Belcher. Um, Static Prison is kind of interesting. I don't know if I can run two white. Like, it's already awkward sometimes to get Worm's Chant out. Hmm. Commit is an instant. So expensive. Like, 4 mana is a lot for us. Yeah, I don't know if we can do better than what we've got here. Maybe just adding the Brotherhood's End so that we have an answer for the artifacts left behind is all we can really do. I'm also not sure if it's better to have one less Reckless Barbarian or one less Strike It Rich. Reckless Barbarian has a higher upside, but Strike It Rich is probably more reliable. Let's try running it like this. Let's run some events. Alright, so this is my Belcher deck. I really like this deck. It's probably, I think this is the most reliably strong deck that I've got. I'm pretty confident that if I just played this deck all day and night, that I would get top 100. I've done it before, and it's kind of easy to play for the most part. It does have some interesting lines. Um, so we make treasures, we cast Charbelchers, and we shoot the opponent in the face for their entire life total. We have all the untapped lands along with dual lands for Izzet. You can do Pact of Negation into offer. You can do Surgical Extraction into offer to make 1 mana from 2 mana from 1 mana. Orm's Chant is to. We have a little toolbox. We have Orm's Chant, Cyclonic Rift, Brotherhood's End, and Surgical Extraction in our toolbox. Orm's Chant is to attempt to go off when you have a treasure against control decks. So, like, you tutor up one of these and then try to cover a turn when you can combo out with Orm's Chant and force them to counter it. Um, Surgical Extraction is to fight back against graveyard decks. So, like, if a graveyard combo deck's going to go off before you, you can gamble for it and then exile whatever their combo piece is. Cyclonic Rift is to battle Karn, because Karn is really bad for us in particular. And Brotherhood's End is what I just added. This is also to A, potentially hit Karn, B, potentially hit the pithing needles and shit that Karn shits out, and C, it should also be like a reasonable tool against aggro. Let's see what else we got. The rest is pretty much ramps. So Skirk Prospector, we only have one of these. The only reason we have this is because Fragment Reality is a thing. So if we play Reckless Barbarian, the opponent Fragment Realities it. We don't just get nothing. We'll get a Skirk Prospector out of it, so we can still ramp. It's just again wasting the opponent's resources. Cyclonic Rift with Leyline and Feet is pretty doable to hit the overload on this sometimes. We run 8 Belchers in the form of 4 Charbelchers and 4 Plunderer's Prize. This is just Charbelcher plus 1 blue mana, so it's like a 5 mana Belcher instead of 4 mana. But I've talked about before how I think this is better than Creativity. The mana cost is more flexible. It basically costs the same amount of mana because the only thing you can really hit with Creativity, generally speaking, is your treasures anyway, which means that you have to have an untapped treasure that you haven't sacrificed, which means that it costs 5 mana because you're destroying a treasure. And not only that, having Creativity in the deck changes the way you can construct the deck, and we can't run things like Reckless Barbarians and Skirk Prospectors because you could hit them off with the Creativity. I think this is just all around better. And then we have 3 Gambles to function as our 9th, 10th, and 11th copies of Charbelcher or Plunderer's Prize, in addition to also being able to tutor up our toolkit. Pact of Negation is really strong for us because if we get a Belcher down, we can Pact of Negation and use Belcher before the Pact of Negation goes off. And then the other thing that this deck does that I don't see other people's Charbelchers do is running Leyline of Anticipation as another enabler. I feel like after playing this a lot that like Leyline of Anticipation and Ironcrag Feet are like roughly equivalent enablers. This lets us cast our Belcher at the end of the opponent's turn or go off on the stack against combo control decks and things like that. It makes it hard for things like Enchantress to interact with us. It makes it hard for things like Energy to interact with us. It's just all around a really strong card in this deck. It also has good synergy with like our mana ramp cards, our sorceries, and our creatures. And then like if we have this out, we can cast this on turn 2 at the end of the opponent's turn. They're less likely to be able to kill it before we untap and have 4 mana available to cast Charbelcher at instant speed. So that at that point, if they try to kill Reckless Barbarian, we can cast Charbelcher. Um, yeah, so that's kind of the way it works. Also, we have 3 Strike at Riches, 1 Surgical Extraction, 3 Pact of Negations, 4 Plunderer's Prize. All of these cards can be used in conjunction with Offer You Can't Refuse to also ramp us. So, for example, if we have Plunderer's Prize and a Belcher in hand, we can cast Plunderer's Prize for 0, cast Offer You Can't Refuse on it, and ramp up 2 treasures that way. If we have Offer You Can't Refuse, Impact the Negation, or Surgical Extraction, we can cast that on an enemy spell or something in the graveyard and then counter our own spell to get 2 treasures. We can cast a Strike It Rich and counter it to get 2 treasures. It's just another way to ramp and also provide us some interaction as well. So, like, ramping the opponent sucks, but sometimes it's all you need is that counter spell, and you counter their one answer and they don't have an answer, and you go off and win. um I think that I should have gone down to 3 of these and run 4 of these, because this is more relevant to like dealing with things like this can also deal with a Karn. So yeah, if I was gonna go fix the lands, I would actually go down 1 Hydroelectric Specimen and up 1 Sink into Stupor. This is just a stronger card when it's not being used as a land, I think. But that's pretty minor. Sideboard, we're not using it. It's best of 1, but it has Surgical Extractions, Pithing Needles, Vexing Baubles, and more Brotherhood's Ends. So let's do it. I might try to get some music going here in a second too. Let's go to this. Let's see. Okay, levels need to come down a bit there. That should be okay. All right, there we go. So we have to gamble. We don't have lots of mana. I'm gonna mulligan this. It's not great, but we have mana. We don't have a combo piece. Okay, this is fine. So we'll pitch this, and we'll pitch this, and we'll cross our fingers that we can get there with a Reckless Barbarian and find a land in the next 2 or 3 turns. Alright, we're up against elves. Alright, if we find a land, we can combo out. Opponent is unlikely to have an answer to our Reckless Barbarian here. Land? No land. Alright, we have to live 1 more turn. I think we should, unless opponent has Craterhoof, we should be able to live 1 more turn. Alright. Let's see if he's got Craterhoof. Alright. I mean, like, Sometimes they just have every single card they need. Like, it's fucking silly. It's actually pretty incredibly lucky because, like, okay, they have to have literally every card they need, right? They have to have the Crater Hoof, they have to have the mana, they have to have exactly enough dorks to get up to 8 mana. But not only that, we have to whiff on a land like 3 turns in a row. It's a little ridiculous, actually. So I think we gamble for a treasure generator here. Okay, fair enough. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. Opponent's on some kind of control shenanigans. Okay, sure. That ramps us, actually. Oh, well, it doesn't ramp us because we hit Hydroelectric Specimen. Yeah, that's another reason why we should reduce the number of these and increase the number of the... Because, like, it increases our chances of hitting, like, our mana ramp cards. We want to just play out the delay line again and force the counter spells. Alright, sure. So next turn we're just gonna shock this in and play out Leyline again. Because, like, Leyline is really bad for him on, like, an interaction, like, I'm gonna counter everything you cast type strategy. Like, he's obviously sitting here draw going. So, like, go ahead and swing. Because, like, who knows, maybe he does something to the Hydroelectric Specimen, and then we're just gonna slam this. Sure. So we are going to shock this in, because now we can kind of sit back and cast. Okay. And that's why we play the ley line. And that's why we play Leyline of Anticipation. The fact that we have those in this deck makes it so much stronger against control, which would normally be like a really tough matchup. But, like, control players don't know how to deal with Leyline of Anticipation because, like, we can go off on the stack. Like, we don't even have to wait for the Teferi to resolve, right? Like, he doesn't get to untap, he doesn't get to do shit. We're gonna fucking ramp 7, play Belcher, and shoot him in the face on the stack before the Teferi even resolves. And that's why I really think Leyline of Anticipation is like one of the goated cards in this deck. Like, it's very good. Alright, we don't have any payoffs. Alright, we have payoffs. We're gonna put back the Plunderer's Prize because we have a Belcher. That's not good. Alright, so as long as he doesn't combo out here, we should be okay. I don't think he can combo out. So like if he casts something, right? We will grab full control. Counter our own spell. This turns our 1 treasure into 2 treasure. He draws a card, but next turn we can just win. Alright, Priest of Gix. He doesn't have a way to... Like, he doesn't have any... He needs to be able to loop this. And he doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard right now. Okay. Is that enough? I think it is enough, actually. God damn. Yeah, he gets there. Wait, does he have Chthonian Nightmare? He must. There's no way he would have fetched that if he didn't have Chthonian Nightmare, right? And I think that's infinite, right? He can sack... Yeah. Alright. We're dead. No, since it takes him... It'll take him a million years to play that out. So like, obviously, you know, sometimes you get screwed by luck. What are you gonna do, you know? But I'm telling you, if you play this deck on balance, you will both profit in events and go up in rank. Man, just bad luck today. Can't take it. Can take it. Alright. Sure. We're gonna actually play this. So we might just lose right here. But playing this allows us to hold up Stupor. I think we wait, because if I wait one more turn and he doesn't go off here, if he goes off, we have an answer, sort of. And if he doesn't, then we can play Belcher and hold up Chant. Sure. physics that stops him from looping. And we can actually stop the Mizzix with the Orange Chant too. So like Mizzix, we immediately Orange Chant. That gets rid of that. He's gonna cast it. And like he can't loop breach the multiverse without the whatchamacallit's in his deck. Alright. So he can resurrect the schemer and cast whatever he's got, right? Sure. Probably just give him the Omniscience at this point. All his good cards are in exile anyway. Mind's Desire 4 times. Let's see what he gets. Land. I did that because Mind's Desire is not a sure thing. Now we're dead. "12 cards left in his deck. We're dead. Unlucky. Let's try again. Oh, wait, we don't have gems. Okay, that's fine. We can get gems like this. Just unlucky, like... He has a counterspell at exactly the right time. Couple kind of BS games there. The elf game was BS. That last game was BS too. Come on. Okay, that's fine. I think that's fine. Three damage. Sure. More damage. Alright. Just gotta make it till next turn. We do have offers here. Opponent has 4 damage on the table. We can offer something if he casts anything like crazy. Okay, this is 6. Which is actually just enough to stop us from comboing out. Wonderful. Alright, so now we basically are fucked. Yeah, we're just dead. Rip. We actually needed to strike it rich. I'm telling you, man, sometimes it be like this. It's alright, we're gonna play till we win. No payoffs. No payoffs. Yeesh. No land. Alright. Sucks. Definitely don't want to give him any cards. Ooh, we're so fucking lucky, holy shit. So he's definitely got a counter spell, so I'm actually shocking this in so that I can pay both taxes here. We want to get enough mana to where we can pay the tax from Metallic Rebuke. So the question now is, do we just slam? We can get past Metallic Rebuke. We take 4, so we take 3, and 4, we end up with... No, we take more than that, though. That's the problem. I think we gotta run it like this. That gives us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that enough? It's not enough. Graph Diggers doesn't matter. But, like, also overloading the opponent with spells makes him more likely to go down cards. Take the 4. Best draw would be like Pact. Man, I had terrible luck. Alright. the Metallic Rebuke we knew he had. Alright, we're dead. Unlucky. One short. I guess... Now see, I couldn't have gone last turn because we would have died, because he could have attacked with the dorks. Just unlucky. Mega unluck. Luck will turn around though. We keep getting bad opening hands and then bad luck with the opponent's draws. No gamble, no payoff. Okay, this is better. Generally speaking, surgical is more useful than Worm's Chant. Alright, cast your 1-mana spell, bro. Oh, he's dead. Alright, he's dead. There's a win. Just want to see what he's got. There we go. Now the luck dam is breaking. This is actually a good hand. Alright, hopefully we don't get comboed on. Does he have the Chthonian Nightmare? Wow, insane. That's insane, we're dead. Alright. So if we had Gamble, we could fight this, but we don't. Wow. Brutal. Double or nothing. Just brutal, man. And it's like, the thing is, we had a turn 3 kill hand too. We were just on the play, or on the draw, and the opponent was on the play, so like they got their turn 3 combo out before we got ours out. And we didn't have gamble, which is how we would normally fight that. So like we have gamble here, we don't have land, we don't have a win condition, so we can't take this. If we had 1 red mana, this would actually be pretty good. Get out a barbarian, gamble for you don't usually take hands that don't have a Belcher or a win condition. I'm getting fucked on random on luck here tonight. This is ridiculous. And we're on the fucking draw too? God, it's so rough. It's this deck again. Protect. Amber would be nice. I mean, this hand is insanely slow. We're gonna lose again. Alright, let's see if he combos out. Okay. Let's see if we're fast enough. At this point we need 1 more land. Taking what, 7? We have 2 turns. The problem is now we can't shock the creature in. So we're pretty fucked actually. Again. This is ridiculous. I could play okay. The only way that we have to win, we have to play this. We have to block the Priest of Gix to give us enough mana to shock in, and then we have to top deck a land. That's our out. This takes us to 4, which means we can still draw a land. If he's able to do any more sacrificing, yeah, so we're dead. I think he can loop indefinitely here, right? So he gets Priest Bag, that's 3, Shambling Ghast, sacrifice a freebooter, yeah, we're dead. Alright, we're dead. Well, actually, okay, wait, hear me out. Is this infinite? If this is not infinite, I think it's infinite, though. This gives 3, he can Chthonian Nightmare again, he's got 1 left over. Sacrifice a Priest of Gix to get the freebooter back. Then he's got 2 left over, he plays it, yeah, he can loop infinitely here, this is infinite. Again, we actually, like, our matchup is not terrible against this deck, we just keep going on the draw and getting bad hands into good hands. I mean, that wasn't, like, actually a very good hand from me. We just had a really bad hand because we mulliganed like 5 times. And we have 11 win conditions in the deck. So, like, technically we should see one in most hands. Frustrating. And I'm just playing the same fucking people. Yeah, what the fuck is this? You gotta be kidding me. This is just silly. Infinite load screen. Okay, here we go. Let's play the same guy we just played. No, it's not the same guy, but it'll be like the same deck. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, this is something we can work with. This is actually quite good. We put this back and we have just a good hand. Turn 3 kill. Beautiful. And it skips turn 1. That's great. Oh, it's enchantments. He's dead. I'm gonna pull a caper on him. If he attacks with Sentinel, we'll block it. And if he casts the like hexproof thing, then we sacrifice the barbarian for the other barbarian. Oh, that's great. The opponent solves that problem for us. He's gonna attack us too, I bet. He's just dead. About time we got a good hand. Okay. Things are looking up. Looking better. Get something on TV. Got some water over here. I can hydrate. All right. Looks good. Love it. And we're on the play. See, like this is when it's good. Like we're on the play, we got a pretty good hand. If he doesn't do anything about these treasures, he's dead. Okay, we're fine with this. Alright, sorry, bro. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Actually, no, it's bad. We have mana, but no payout. We need a payoff. Okay. Okay, there's a payoff. Some ramp. We can put 2 back and not get hurt too bad by it. We just need to find a blue mana at some point. You can fragment that? Okay, no. Now we need a gamble. Would be good here because the opponent's going to be on some graveyard shenanigans. Yep. Okay, that's good. We just need blue mana. Even a 1 mana treasure card would be fine. Oh shit. No way. He should have just rezzed his shit and gone off. He must have persist. So we're dead. These have been brutal. What's in the graveyard? Mind's Desire. Yeah, so... yeah, it's just over. We scoop. That's combo for sure. Need gamble to fight that. Like, if we started against that with gamble, we have a much better chance because we can go get extraction and just fucking bonk that. Sure, it's not amazing, but it gets there eventually. You basically always want a hand that will get there eventually, that you're guaranteed to not be like sitting waiting to draw the right card. So like, we have land, we have ramp, we have double pact and negation, so like if we do go off, it'll be really safe. But it's not like a good hand in that like we're not going off instantly. This would instantly become better with the right card though. If we picked up the treasure counterspell, we'd be in much better shape. What do we got? Okay, mill some more cards. And then I gotta mill 2 cards. Or mill 4. One white mana left. You're dead, my friend. Okay, no, okay, so we only have one land. Okay, we can work with this. This is actually pretty decent. We'll just put back one untapped land. Tap land into tap land. Ooh. What do we pitch? I think we pitched the feet. Sure, you can have a card from my library, that's fine. He's not gonna have artifact removal, so I can pitch the pact too. That's fine. See if you can deal with an artifact. Yeah, what black 1 mana spell deals with a Charbelcher? There isn't one. Always take a hand that like has most of what it needs to win. Is basically the mulligan rules with this. So you want a couple land, you want ideally some ramp, and you want maybe like one of your enabler cards and one of your combo pieces. So now I stand where none can see. A spell so swift it sets me free. Through every realm I find my place. A traveler with endless grace. Like, this guy's running the graveyard deck. Okay. We start with surgical. I love it.
Get them some water.
Yeah.
Just a thought, the world's at rest. Each moment held by my behest. I take control, the sky unwinds in frozen realms. I break the vines.
거기로 Bundesstadt 눈빛 모두 Horace Flats Horror Tenio Cielo Pando Spixium Sisto Iam non Vagor Time stops, I break through the chain. No moments pass, I hold the rein. Between the ticks, I take my stride. In timeless worlds, I now reside. Tempesistit, non clivi sum. Non secundae, fatum de contum. Inter ictus quassum capio, in mundis aeternis nunc appario.
The stars are frozen, winds stand still. I walk through days beyond their will.
Alright, yo, I was talking to
In silence,
my wife in the room for a bit. So,
a force no time can dare dispel.
that was a little more like it. I may have been overly careful there, but like, we cut down his clock so that he couldn't really kill us in a timely manner. And I think we win that battle, especially if we're head on mana.
In taciturnis magica mea, nihil potest frangere meam fin.
The line of anticipation against that deck is particularly funny because it's like, oh, you're a flash deck? Me too. And play everything. Instant speed.
Between the ticks, I take my stride. In timeless worlds, I now
Like a powerful sorcery deck that uses like line of anticipation might be fun. Divine Purge.
Manus sisto, regnum sus.
Play like good stuff spells.
Omni passu motus frango. Tempus sisto, semper tango.
Maelstrom Pulse. Alright. Sure. This is alright. Alright. Your pick, bro. If he's smart, he takes the red land. Nope. Land is a good draw there. We could just win here. Where's my Belcher's guy there? Yeah. Bonk. All right, what do we got? We got gamble, plunder's prize. This is like borderline because we don't have any ramp. We have two lands though and a ley line, and we have gamble. I think we do take it, but like these gambles are super sketchy. I really don't want to see more than one of them, but all right, sure. Spooky. What gamble for? I think I got a gamble for offer. I think I should have played my land first too. Alright, that's best case scenario. Should have probably just gone there, but he's gonna play something else. To take this, so this is 7 at least. I really don't want to see another ward because then we have to block. We don't want to block. The 2. So I could stall a turn. With the chant. But I have to sacrifice both treasures to do it. I'm thinking I can't shock this in is the problem. So we want to let him go all in and then alright, we just have to, I mean, like at this point I have to do this. We're dead if we don't. We need a ritual or a. It's really ritual or bust. Yeah, that's not good enough. Alright. We lost this one. Having to sacrifice our treasures like that is brutal. I wish it was like a fog in blue. Alright, come on. Let's go. Okay, so we have to gamble. So in this situation where you got two ley lines and a gamble, only play one ley line. Keep the other in your hand for gamble fodder. We need the lands. Losing that sucks, but it's actually not too bad. So we get a land next turn, we can set up. This is fine. Okay, sure. It's actually pretty good for us. Alright, we shock that in because we can ramp. So we ramp to 4 here. And then we can play the Belcher at the end of his turn. There we go. Excuse me. Sneezy. I'm like tempted to keep this. We're on the draw too. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. We only have one land, but we have the ability to make mana with this. Okay. This is crazy. You're gonna go off with 1 mana. I don't think he can kill us here. Crazy. Yep. Alright, he's dead. Kind of nuts, actually. Kind of nuts. Got it. That was kind of crazy. Did you go off with a single land? On the back of back-to-back packed offers to make 4 treasures in 2 turns? If we'd had that other offer a turn sooner, like, we could have packed, offered it, got 2 treasures, packed, sacrifice a treasure, offer it, get 2 more treasures, have 3 treasures on turn 1, shock in a land, cast Ritual, cast Belcher, and kill on turn 2. Okay, this is good. Like it. 2 lands, we got mana, but we don't have the payoff. Look at that. This looks much better. Okay, we're gonna put that back. Keep the, like, winning ramp here. Because, like, we can curve out on turn 3 into Feed Belcher with this. It's kind of a bad pairing with a Narcomancer. A double red with this is gonna be like Muxus. Okay, there we go. Now we're in the black, although we lost a pretty good amount to get one where we're finally winning. 2 like very unlucky sets. Alright, well, it's not great, but like, sure. It's a gamble, so we're gonna keep one of these in hand. And shock it in, cast Strike It Rich. Okay, that's beautiful. How do we want to do this? Okay, sure. I mean, we don't have anything we can cast with it here. Okay. With that coming down, we can gamble. And our gamble's gonna get us just a land, probably. Okay, well, it got us a land and discarded us a land, but that's fine. There we go.
Through ancient rites, I conquered time. A body torn, but soul divine. The flesh decays,
Gamble's good here because we can use it. What's this do? Bottom. Okay, this is fine. Sure. We take that because, like, we're not gonna not, like, do that, right? We gotta. Okay, next. And now if he tries to kill it, we can sack it and cast the other one. Do we try to go here? I don't think we do. We're up. And that Pact of Negation makes it even better. Like, we can just beat down. He has to respond at some point. Alright, again, we don't have to do anything here. We can act at instant speed, so, like, if he decides to do something, that's fine. We can also... It's got flash. Yeah, it's got flash. We're not gonna do anything. That's good. No attacks. In turn. Do I shock this in? If I shock this in... We don't actually have to, right? We're just chilling. I mean, at this rate, we're just gonna win. Oh yeah, what are you gonna snapcaster? We have another pact too. Like, we win in that scenario because, like, he has to respond eventually to RB down. There's no reason to go in until he does, because otherwise we're just gonna win anyway, right? Because we have two 2/2s and he doesn't have anything, so we're just bonking him every turn. Eventually he has to respond to that, and then when he responds to that, he's going to be down on resources, and that's when we go off. And the longer the game goes on, the more pact negations, because like we had another pact there probably, because if he had say he had his own pact, we could have gambled, because we can play it at instant speed, to go get another pact, and we had 4 other cards, so it'd be 1 in 5 that we lose it. Payoffs. Okay. Put this back. Play this. Tapped. Play this. Play this. Get Belcher. Hope that we don't lose Strike It Rich. He has Metallic Rebuke here. Well, Strike It Rich. It's actually okay. We can shock in and cast it. What do we got here? We got Ornithopter, Tameo, Springleaf Drum. Nothing too serious. So we'll shock this in and play Strike It Rich next turn. Three cards left. No blue mana. It might also be surgical. Yep. Get his Ornithopter out. Oh. We just win. I think. I don't think he can rebuke with that. Okay, now he can. So we're just gonna. Yep. You know, I think I was supposed to just cast Charbelcher. So if I just cast Charbelcher there, he counters it, right? But then we have the ritual for this turn. Flip Damio, we take 9. Because we can't even bounce that, it has too big of a reward. We don't give a shit about Tamio though. Yeah, we're dead. If we could blow up everything, but we're dead. This is it, Ward 4. This is basically hexproof. We're like a turn behind there. Alright, we'll take it. We have a lot of redundancy here. We had 4 mana before opponent combos out, we win. We don't, we lose. Pact is good. Alright.
With steady hand the circle drawn, the ancient art of light and dawn.
We just want to land.
Rise untold through mystic
Beautiful.
worlds, it turns to gold.
Alright. As long as we don't get wiped out right here, we should be good.
Vetus lux aurora sit, plumbum vertitur in dolum preciosum, verbis magicius fit aurum gloriosum. And the light make it shine from dull and gray to gold divine. The spell is cast, the change is real, a treasure born through alchemist's seal. Umberto splendid lux, ab umbra grisea fit aurum flux, carminibus datur mutatio vera, opus alchemiste fit resevera. The elements bend to my
I gotta come up with something to eat. I didn't eat dinner. Shit. Now I'm hungry. It was late. Damn it. So I don't think we can keep this because the only spells that we can cast are red and the only land we have is blue. This is fun though. This is actually pretty good. So we'll just put the orange chant back. Do this. Do this tapped. We can ramp with these two. play the gamble, and we counter our own gamble, and we make 2 treasures. Play the tapped in the turn. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. Okay. So we do have a win condition here. Sure. Alright, he's just dumping damage into our face. I'm gonna go ahead and play Reckless Barbarian here. Yeah, we definitely go for it here. Set our breakpoint. Flage doesn't do anything. We just slam against something like that, especially with the Path to Negation. Looks good. Alright, so played this one. this turn just because if we were to get another Plunder's Prize, we could potentially mana up. I'm gonna counter the Nightmare, Chthonian Nightmare is the card to counter. Surgical's good too. So we counter Chthonian Nightmare and then we surgical it. Or yeah. Or we could also surgical and counter our own surgical to ramp up, but I don't think we do that. Okay, sure. Go get your Chthonian Nightmare. Cast Chthonian Nightmare. That's the engine. You can play 2 marionettes though, which is not ideal. Yep. That hurts. We don't take a hit this turn. We don't take it till next turn. This is 3, 5, 5, 7, 10. I think we lose. We need very specific cards, I think. I don't know if there's anything we can get. Oh, wait. There is something we could get. We would... no, I don't think we can. Well, we could just... okay, we could draw the board wipe off the top of the deck. But that would kill us, right? From all of it? Yeah, we don't have anything. We'd have to make 2 treasures and chant. But, like, the problem is basically anything we would get that would make us live here... yeah. Anything we could get that would make us live here would just be treading water and not moving us towards our win conditions, so, like, basically we're just stuck. Yeah, and we got a plan. And with no gamble here, I just let both these go in. And if opponent's on like some kind of control deck, they can't get rid of it. They're on equipment. Rift is good. just for stalling purposes. What's this do? Board 2? That's really, really good. Brotherhood's End is brutal here. Okay, we're fine with that, because we're gonna ramp here. And for him to cast anything that would make that happen, he'd have to tap out and we would just win. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. You can pay for a spell pierce too. Here. Alright. We're break even. Break even at 4 and 3, pretty much. Like, you break even on, like, if you were spending gold or jewels on cards. The break even point is right where we're at, 4 and 3. But the like pull ahead point is 5 and 3, so hopefully we can win one more at least. Okay. Sometimes it'd be like that. Alright, we're in the black. Profits. Ka-ching. This is good. Leyline plus Reckless Barbarian is really strong. Now, like, if he was to play 2-mana creature here and not pump like this, then we would play the Barbarian and block the Soulscar Mage, but he... Okay, hear me out. We convert this to a white mana with this. We Orm's Chant him. Yeah, you can't cast spells, bro. And all of a sudden, the 7 and 2 becomes a real possibility. Isn't it that way safer? Because, like, okay, we shock in, right? We switch out 1 mana for a white mana, and then we cast Orm's Chant. So, like, the worst he can do is, like, ult us in the face at that point. And, like, if he had multiple bolts in hand, we could maybe be dead. Like, if he cast 2 bolts, that would hit us for 9, which I think was enough. But if he doesn't have 2 bolts exactly, then he either responds to the Orm's Chant, or he only does 1 damage that turn. And, like, once you've chanted them, you can cast the Belcher, and, like, they can't do anything about it at that point, unless they have Stifle, which is rare. Yeah, me too, dude. We're getting the long queues now because it wants us to lose. We won too many times in a row. We had we had our bad luck at the start, but double 7 wins maybe, make some currency. Yeah, this is fine. Tap land out first. Brother's End is good. Potentially, depending on what opponent's got. It's Merfolks. The Wet Boys. We're just gonna go ahead and check out both. I'm gonna try to go. He's probably gonna play out a ward this turn anyway. Yep, there's the ward. We just win. Nope, not like that. Well, it's a 7 and 2. Make a profit again. So we played 4 rounds. I lost 4,500 gold. I went up jewels. I started at like 500, 5 or 600, and ended at 965. Costs too much. See, this would be really cool if it didn't cost 6 mana. 4 mana. 4 mana puts it on par with the power level with like a collected company. I mean, I'll take wild cards for sure. I'll always take the wild cards. Maybe one more match, see if we can get another 7 win. I forgot to adjust the land. Fuck. Well. Just know if you want to run the stack, you should drop one of the Steam Core dudes, the like 1/4 body, and you should pick up one of the bounce spells, because the bounce spell is more like potentially, it has more like edge case uses. Sure. If we find blue mana, we're in business. In business. Playing with the barbarian.
Snake around, tether tight, you're pulled down. Whispered bindings, words unspoken, psychic force unseen, unbroken, broken.
Sure.
Succumb to serpents, strictly wasn't grahum, susuri vincularum, verbalum dicta, this psychica invisibilis, infata.
Keep running them out. Six. And it only has one more card here. If it's a creature, then he can't really attack very effectively. Yep, it's a creature. Ooh, it's rough. I think we lose now, actually. We're dead. We needed to hit a blue somewhere in that. Even a blue there would have, like, on that last turn, would have been enough, but it is what it is. Take a sketchy hand, get mana screwed. What? This way. So, Barbarian is interesting. It was a really good draw. We win now. Good game, dude. Good sport. I don't usually say good game, but it's not because I'm trying to be mean to people. I'm just lazy. But I appreciate a good sport. Even if I get salty, I don't begrudge any of these people for winning and playing strong decks. It's what you're supposed to do. Okay, no win condition. This is better. This is actually... Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same situation. We need blue mana. If we find a blue mana or a treasure, this hand is great. If we don't, this hand sucks. But at least it has a plan. Gotta play it because it enables like a pretty reasonable odds of a kill next turn. Alright. Didn't get it. Good. Let the hate flow through you. That was a bluff. Like, we couldn't do anything there. But I just wanted to bluff and see if he did anything. Alright. Need a land here. We get a land, do we shock it in? See, I think like he should have discarded more aggressively here. He could be clocking us right now. But now we're just dead drawing. He should have been Like, if he could have done this a while ago, right? He could be clocking us. I think he loses. Well, I don't know. I don't know. He might not lose the counter battle. We'll see. Okay, he gets Barbarian. That hurts, but it's not like we lose. Doesn't really change the situation any, actually. Like, it sucks, but whatever. So we're dead. We're just dead on board. No, our win streak. Fuck. Damn it. Alright. Alright, what you got for 2 mana? Elves. You want to stop him from getting mana dorks, like the big mana dorks. So, like, if you played the guy that taps for extra mana, for example. And take 3 here. I'm just thinking. Yeah, so this is what we gotta bounce. Takes it down to 3, and we just lose again. Wait. There's gotta be a way. There's a way. Okay, here's what we do, right? We tap one of these and this. This is gonna let us turn this into 2 red. Use one of those red to gamble. And we're gonna go and get Brotherhood's End. Alright. Oh no! Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. I had floating mana. I had floating mana. Yeah, that was a punt. Cause like my brain short circuited for a second, and I was like, no, use it at instant speed on their turn. But I forgot that I had floating mana. So like, yeah. Oops. Throw that one. Because we blow all that up. And then he just has the mana door guy. Might have been okay, but whatever. Black, huh? Take the damage. Usually take the damage the first one. Opponent draws. Hold up, offer you can't refuse for any artifact removal. And that's fine. That's fine. You can draw. Karns might actually be interesting in the sideboard to run against other Karn decks. Just thinking. Okay. It is tapped, we're going to strike, then offer it to ramp up to 4, and then we need one more land. There's the other land. Soren's not fast enough, I don't think. might, if it was Saint Alinda, it might have actually been good enough. Alright. What's this? So I'm kind of torn. I think I might take surgical here. Oh great, I lost my win condition. That's what we did not want to happen. Shit. Okay, that's good. I need to curate the last half of this pack of songs. Okay, there's no win condition here, and it wasn't like great even with the win conditions. I'll give them that. Put this back. We can shock in Sunder, blow up whatever the board is here. I'm know if we even want to. Yeah, it saves us some. It saves us some life. Gives opponents some cards, but like they don't have a board anymore. They're probably just gonna replay their board. If they do that, they die. And if they don't, we can just ramp. Can't use his blue mana. Yeah. Yep. That's all she wrote. If they decided to stay open, we could have played the ley line. Come on. The cues. Pause, we have Strike It Rich. We play Untapped here.
Twisting past the rise, blurring all distinction, truth beneath the lies, eyes betray their vision, thoughts fall astray, lost within a maze where reason slips away.
Try it. That's a risky play on our part, but like you gotta go there, I think. It's risky because they run Fragment Reality in that deck, and if they fragment us after we Pax Negation them, and we don't hit our 2 mana dork, like if we hit our 2 mana dork, then we can pay it, but if we don't hit our 2 mana dork, we can't pay it. And we just lose on the spot. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. has the most upside, because if we hit a land, we can gamble for Belcher and potentially go off. If we don't discard one of our combo pieces. 2 more mana. Okay, sure. Pay that? Yeah, boy, we take no damage. I love taking no damage. So we don't, so that means we have to do this. But I don't think he can kill us in 1 turn here. Yeah, that's good, but it's not good enough to, like, it would be next turn that he would, like, wipe us off the map, right? Yeah. Yeah, like he could Crater Huff us next turn, but he can't Crater Huff us this turn. And that's what he would need to do, unless we get really unlucky here. Because we do have to get sort of lucky. Okay, I don't think we have to get lucky anymore. Okay. Alright, so I think we were 3-3 tonight, but the 3 that we lost 2 at really low numbers. Like I think we lost 2 with like 1-3, and then like a 2-3 or something like that. And then we had, it was either a 3-3 or a 4-3. And then we've had 2 7-2s. We're about to have a 7-0. I think we net gained. I'll know after this game. Well, I'll know after this set. We actually have 3 chances to get a win here at game 7. The key is not just having a really strong deck in the meta, because like you're not seeing what these people's other games are like. It's having a really strong deck in the meta that doesn't have a ton of like just incident hate. Because like we played that reanimator deck, that persist reanimator that cast like um, Emergent Ultimatum and Breach the Multiverse, and it had Mind's Desire and some things like that, and that's a really strong deck. But when I play that deck, I realize that like you fight people that have just like ridiculous graveyard hate. And with this deck, you do run into people that counter deck it, like mono green Devotion specifically is really difficult for this deck because of Karn. But like you also like it's not as common, I don't think. Okay, because we drew that Barbarian, we're shocking in. Because we need to get our gamble out of the way here. Because we have a high chance of being able to cast this next turn. So we go get our Belcher. Right, that's fine. Not like 100% ideal, but it's not terrible either. If you were to attack with this without casting a creature, then we could Reckless Barbarian and block it. Brotherhood's End's also potentially useful here. Playing this will give us the ability to Brotherhood's End if we don't hit. If we have to. Because we really need to hit a land so that we can activate Charbelcher. Okay, sure. Okay. So we play this. This would, if we have the Brotherhood's End, this would die anyway. So we could sacrifice. Like, if we're going to die this turn, basically, we have the Brotherhood's End. But if we get through the attack step, we want to just. Okay. It's 8. Seven and 0. So 3-7 wins and 3 losses. Like, we lost currency on 3 and we gained currency on 3. We ended up with more gems than we started with, but less gold. I think we pretty much broke even, except for we got packs. So, like, not exactly breaking even. We got like 9 packs out of it or something. No, more than that. Wild card. Ooh, what's this? Hexproof, as long as it's untapped. Combat damage to player, look at the top 3 cards. 5 mana, 5/4 hexproof. It's pretty good. It's just like, where does it go? You know what I'm saying? Like, what deck does that go in? Because, like, blue white control isn't going to want to tap out to cast it. Blue white enchantments is too low to the ground to use it. Red white enchantments, no. Yeah. I don't think it's good. I'm going to play one ranked game and then I'm going to hop off and eat something. you have a gamble, so we'll take it. I'm thinking, so I think our highest chance of casting it next turn is going to be ramping here. Okay, I don't need you to cast a spell for me to ramp. We're hanging out. So you can tap down my mana. Just thinking. Okay. I think I can live with that.
Test a new hypothesis with you. Patience fosters.
Stops my treasure from working, but not my reckless barbarian. Sure. Sure. Has to sacrifice the Tameo. Nah, bro, you have to sacrifice the Tameo.
My node.
Yeah, so he needed to sacrifice the Tameo and tap the Charbelcher, or he's dead, so he could have lived at least another turn, though. Yep. This is a fucking god hand. God hand. Whenever you see this plus this plus this plus this, because now we're gonna get two treasures. So if I play Barbarian here, then I can just combo out next turn. Okay.
It warms my heartstone to see Alliance. I welcome all
Sure.
assistance.
I can blow up one of our lands. Fine, but we kill the Karn if he does that. This costs 2. Karn is annoying. Gamble would be good here. Oh, well, I don't know. We have a Belcher in hand. Maybe not. And now if you play it, you definitely can't. Right, sure. This is fine. You kill Karn. Then we have 6 mana. If we find another land, 7.
We must prepare for war. This cannot be the death of home.
Okay, we win. We want to sacrifice the treasures. Ring doesn't really protect you from Charbelcher. Alright, last one for real. I need to eat something. Jesus. Okay, this looks fine. Blue mana would be really nice. We could ramp. Probably should have counterspelled that. I kind of want the counterspell for my own stuff. turns his hand. Alright, we just need a land. One more land. Treasure generator. It's not a land. Alright, well, we're chilling. Interesting. Some treasure. Let's not cast first aid class. Let's get some treasure instead. You got 5 mana. Let's see what you got. Gamble. What do you lose? I don't think we can draw any more Ironcrag feats. Crank out. Okay, sure. Are we dead? I don't actually know if we're dead or not. He can blow it up as long as he doesn't get haste on the goblin tokens, right? Like, as long as the goblin tokens don't have haste, we got a shot. That's gonna be lethal. Because now we can tap Krenko. Make 4 more tokens. Tap Reflection, make another Krenko. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, fair enough. Can't whiff on land that many turns in a row. And win, I guess. Alright, later.